Let's see. Okay. We're gonna rock and roll part 2. Remember I told y'all earlier I was gonna do a part 2. Didn't see part 1. Check out part 2. So give me a minute. Peace, 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 everybody. Holla at your boy. Let me know where you calling. I mean, you tuning in from. Wow, that's what's up. I didn't even read all that book yet. I'm talking about my book right here. Hold up. I'm talking about that book. I ain't even read that book yet. I read parts of this book. Don't get scared. Holla, let me know where you tuning in from so I can know who's who. And we're going to have some fun. All right, y'all. Give me a minute. So get that book for you. Get what book for you? You can buy the books, but I'm not selling none of my books. My books are not for sale. You know, like they say, your soul is not for sale. My books are not for sale. So let's get this show on the road for a minute. Let's get ready to go. Y'all ready? You ready to rock and roll? Let me know where you from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. So let's get this show on the road, y'all. Let's go. I want y'all to pay attention to these lyrics and all these songs. Alright, soon I have to get my joint working. I don't know why, but New Jersey. Yo, you would like this then, Newark. You would like it. So I was on the phone with one of my brothers that's in the entertainment industry, and we were discussing about me. But I'm gonna show y'all something. Bear with me. Bear with your brother. I want y'all to listen to the lyrics in all these songs because it has a message in it. This is my brother that I brought on radio one time when I used to do WNJC in New Jersey. Powerful brother, powerful message. Listen to this. It's called Illuminati. Y'all know, but this is hip hop, baby. Keep the brothers in the nation, in the Moor. Let me clear this.
Revelation. system niggas style. Illuminati, selling your muscle in your body, and they ain't ever need no rappers to accomplish that. Put my right on top of that, giving you the truth, so copy that. Soon the economy collapse, great tribulation after that. Scrolling across more pirate hats, we West Indies company cats. We call that Steve Copley raps. Illuminati killer, but I'll be that.
Listen.
So they collapse the market, they criminalize and farming. They're silencing you for talking, while killing assaults and peasants. Agricultural patents, Niagara cause and famine. Monsanto seeds that terminate the natural birth and action. Controlling the food supply, choosing who should live or die. Confusion rules, you choose the lie. Illusion illuminates your mind. These are the last times, spin them getting organized. Victory be with the strongest tribe, the ones that force the tightest ties. The lightest eyes, they're the sons of darkness in disguise. Edom's fall as Jacob's rise, so the prophets prophesied. Seats who rolls, minding more than just the beers. We'll be winding through the years, but you would rather drink the beers while your peers disappear over the corner every year. Prison population rise and abortion clinics everywhere. Truth is they don't want us here. There's no cotton left to pick. Physical labor is redundant. Secret shifts in politics.
Well, I'm gonna get on this boy Derek in 1 second because he must be new to my Facebook. Let me share something with Derek. Let me share something. This is part of the problem. If Derek got a better way, Derek, please, brother, research me before you get yourself hurt. Okay? I don't talk Afrocentric. I'm a Moor, and we're all Moors. So I suggest you do your research on before you open your mouth. Some of you cats need to be quiet before you open your mouth. Real rap. I am a hip-hop head. I'm a hip-hop head. This is what you won't hear on radio. Okay? So Derek need to fall back. And this is why I keep saying it's not the European. It's Negro-peans. Negro-peans. So y'all keep worried about the European doing stuff. He said they got Planned Parenthoods in the hood because they planning on no parents being in the hood. Well, maybe Derek is not a parent. I'm from the hood. I'm from the streets of South Philly. I know what was going on and I know what's happening. See, the problem is Derek might have been one of those educated ones that went to the school and got indoctrinated instead of educated. There's a total difference. Let me say this again. Indoctrination and education. That's the problem. I suggest Derek go do his research on everything I'm saying. I know you are HBC Negro alumni. How do I know that? How did I know he was an HBCU alumni? Really? Invite me to your school then. Invite me to any of your so-called black schools. Bring me. He said HBCU, cut it the F out. Yeah, oh, I'm going to cut him up. I'm going to cut him up. Moorhouse, I don't give a damn about a Moorhouse. You better find out who started these colleges. Find out. They're all European schools. It's nothing about your ancestors as Moors. And hopefully if you stay on here long enough, maybe he'll get some lessons. Yes, thank you very much. Education. Edu means to draw out what's in you. You don't even know what education means. Somebody, you got a couple people on here. Edu means draw out what's inside you. What they do in these schools are actually putting in and then taking out, because before a certain time period, we were not called African Americans or blacks. We were Moors. Are they teaching you that at the HBCUs? See, Derek is one of those dudes. Don't hurt yourself, Derek. Go Google my name and research who I am, brother. Please do that. Sabir for his records. I don't hate such hatred towards black excellence. Listen, I don't hate. You're new, Derek. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate. If you followed me, if you watch my YouTube, you follow my Facebook, I don't hate nobody. I dislike ignorance. That's what I dislike. Ignorance. You got the wrong Moor, baby. Don't hold back. Hit them hard. You say hit them hard? Yeah, but sometimes that's shut doors. Now they playing victim. Yeah, we say now they playing the victim. Yeah, they gonna play the victim role. Now they playing the victim role. Boy, you come on here talking out your neck. Yeah. Now they playing victim. Indoctrination yeah, he's fresh meat. He's fresh meat, Steph. He should go research. Trolls are out of control. No. Malcolm said kill them with kindness. I will kill them with kindness. I want him to tell me anything pertaining to the Moors that they was taught in HBCU besides slavery, and then I'm going to take you to the books. So we want to talk about, this is why I said y'all worrying about, right? Y'all worrying about this whole called terrorist thing. Dude, set it up. Y'all hear what he said? Please set it up. I don't even know where you from. Inbox me and set that debate up. How many people here would love to see that debate? Let's see the round of applause hands. And then I'm going to smash him because I'm going to want him to bring his degrees. Listen to me, brother. Bring me your degree. I'm going to put him on the stage and I'll give you an hour or 2 hours to spit what you going to spit. Yes, he said dogma. That's what he must think I deal with, dogma. So I want him to do this, and I guarantee he won't. Inbox me, because we got people on here who would love to see that. He should research the person you're going to debate or anything first and foremost. Research like a boxer. And I don't let a boxer. I'm going to study my opponent. So I will fly to see that myself. Here's your opportunity, Derek. Remember I told you, I call him out all the time. So here's your opportunity. Right? Set it up. Inbox me. And matter of fact, I guarantee I get a sponsor to fly me where I need to go at. Oh, I'll be close to you. I'll be in Chi-Town next weekend. You should come to Chicago. I'll be there next week. Yeah, tell them don't do it. He said, we'll donate to that cause. They said they'll donate. So I would want him to bring his degrees and sit him on the stage. And matter of fact, he should call backup. So when I'm finished, right, I will burn him. Because number one, I'm going to break down what degree will be. Degree means to take away from your agree. Please look it up, Derek. Degree means to take away from your agree. Agree means to achieve. The first thing you study is language. Let me show something to Derek real quick. Since Derek want to brag about his college degree, right? Here's something for Derek to pick up first before you start speaking. Language, diction means to speak. This might be a little intimidating for these people, but here you go, Derek. Okay? This might be a little bit too much for you. Okay? It can happen. You don't even realize. See, people, he don't realize how long I've been doing this. I've been doing this. Let me give you my background real quick. 20 years in it. 15 years on radio. No blog talk. No YouTube. No IG. Radio. With attorneys. with scholars that was at the radio station I was at in Philadelphia. Okay? I don't deal with dogma. You got the wrong brother. Don't waste your time. We are running out of time. No. I want them to do that. I'm going to ignore them in a minute. But see, sometimes you got to checkmate some of these dudes that think they went to a college and got educated and don't realize they was indoctrinated. You never heard me say anything about a dogma, but if he set it up, we can make it happen. You see, Derek is on the live feed, low key, absorbing. I know he's. Do you understand? I know these people. He's absorbing it. He's absorbing all of this. So let me show y'all something. Yeah, sister, whatever. Okay, he's a sister. Wow. So let me see if they was teaching this in school, since they want to run around calling us terrorists. But I'm going to show y'all something early. I did this. So they calling all these black groups terrorist groups, right? So in Cornell law, Title 18, subsection 2331, right? When you read this, according to the United States codes, I got $100 finance. Woo, okay, make it happen. Look, the term domestic terrorism means an activities that involve the act of dangerous to human life. But you got all these educated fools running around here talking about police brutality, right? They got all these people running around talking about brutality. We so smart and we got educated in the schools, but yet, according to law, under Title 23 of the United States codes, and anybody in law school studies that, you got all these Negroes talking about brutality, when I do have a couple of law dictionaries here, and none of these law dictionaries says anything about brutality in them. You can pick up brutality and find it in here, but it's not the same as according to the United States codes. Okay? This is what human rights, this is what it is. Dangerous to human life. This is what they're dealing with. But you have some people, even to intimidate or coerce a civilian population, which means you're forcing someone to do something, right? But yet, they call all these groups a terrorist group. Have you ever seen any of these so-called black groups, any of my people, go out to hurt somebody when you got a cop that shoots someone 50 times? Terrorism is what you're being taught in school. It's a mental terrorism. Mental. And then you got a physical when you shoot somebody 50 times. You mentally being terrorized, and then now you physically being terrorized by being shot by police. And you have all these educated fools running around here. And all they want to brag about what HBCU and barking like dogs. That's what you learn in college, to bark like a dog and talk about you Greek, but you don't have a Zulu or a Moorish fraternity? Really? I'm going to repeat that again. You barking and getting branded like Greeks and like slaves, but yet you don't have a Zulu or a Moorish fraternity. Think that's what they do in there? So don't ever label me as being a part of any group. Okay? I love my people. I don't like ignorance. Total difference. And people that's being lied to. Okay? Derek, he has the books and research to back up. You ain't even got to say nothing to him. He's new. This is nothing what I'm sitting here. This is nothing what I'm sitting here with. Trust me. And we're going to go through some of this. Okay? So let me show you something in this book what Hitler said. I didn't write this. Right? No, we don't need to carry weapons. You're right. But this is what they're doing. Right? So Hitler says, the most foolish mistake we could possibly make would allow the subject people to carry arms. That can mean many things. It can mean mental. This could be a weapon to these people. Do you understand that? This information can be weapons to people. I'm just going through this. All this can be a weapon. Okay? Let me show Derek something that went to HBCU and see if they taught him this in school. See the... Do y'all see the ignorance of the colleges? Do you see the ignorance of the college? Do y'all see the ignorance of the college? Do you see what he just said? When you let people talk, this is why I don't tell people not to say anything, y'all. Because when people talk, they're really going to tell you that they don't know nothing. He said the Moors are no more. The Moors are history that fell. Wow. Did y'all see that? You see what happens when you indoctrinated in their school system? Wow. He said the Moors are no more. Damn. He said that's an embarrassment to say you went to Moorhouse. Damn. Do you know I have a sister that's actually in a college out here in Houston, Texas? And they having a problem with her because she actually wanted to write about the Moors. And they told her that it was a conservative college, TSU. And she's combating with them. She switched everything around and still said, well, you want me to talk about Mexico and talk about Europeans, but what about our people? But if she was talking about slavery, it will be okay. That's terrorism, people. And the professor has this book. Hold up. Where's my book at? Oh, the professor has this book. Let me show y'all the history. A professor has this book in her office at TSU. At TSU. I ain't worried about nobody. Listen, I've been shot 5 times. You think I'm worried about that? Seriously? I was shot 5 times. Portuguese in West Africa, 1415, 1670. Cambridge. Shout out to my brother Alim. Oh, don't make me get my brother Alim on here too. Alim, this brother from Moorhouse just said that the Moors are no more, brother. This educated fool just said the Moors are no more. It's an old history. Hold up. So, the professor, yes, he just said that, Aline. Yes, go read the comments. This is what they're teaching them in college. So, this book, right, what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So, this book, right, is what the professor had at TSU. But hold up. The Moors of Guinea. Docket number 18, note number 9. Right? Right? Yes, some of them big. Okay, so let me hopefully he'll get this, and I know he's gonna suck some of this up. I don't know exactly. Ask him, but this is what they're doing, people. This is what they're telling them in colleges. He said the Moors are no more. Wow. I'm going to take him back. Hopefully he'll get some of these lessons. Yeah, you see his professor dumbed him down? Hell to the yeah. That's why I said he's better off bringing his professor to me. Listen. We don't do DNA. Okay? You can look. I just left an Ethiopian house. How many people saw the video I just saw earlier? I sat there on the floor, and the sister said she thought I was Habesha. She said she thought I was Habesha. And I said, we're all Ethiopians. All of us are Ethiopians. Then why is he watching? I don't know. Plenty of Moorish info here. Brother Sabir speaks. Listen, Alim, because you know why? His ego won't allow him to accept the truth. Because he's been indoctrinated, Alim. Okay? So why are they teaching about who we are? Look. I'm going to take him there, Alim. We're going to take him there. Let me explain something to you, brother. Ignorance doesn't mean that you just don't know. So I guess you ignorant. I'm going to explain this again for you. Ignorance means you don't know. So maybe you don't know. Maybe that's the key. So this is why they don't want you to rise up again. Here you go. This is what they don't teach them. There's a lack of knowledge, right? There you go. You see this? No, but he said dogma earlier. So y'all got to be very careful when people say dogma. This is why I have to tell him I don't deal with dogmatic things. So most probably ran across some of the Moors that deal with the religion aspect of it, but not the historical aspect of it. So I'm going to give him a history of the historical. This is, and I'm going to make sure Derek get this. This is why they don't want us to rise up again. Okay, Derek? So this is what I want him to, this is an Ohio newspaper, 1939. Okay, let me zoom in for Derek. United States codes. So let me zoom in a little bit more for Derek from a 1938 newspaper. So don't speak about the Moors, brother, if you don't know. This is like trying to speak on hip-hop. You got wannabe hip-hop historians that don't know nothing about hip-hop. So I want Derek to see this. Never allow these people to wake up again. Never. Never allow these people to wake up. Okay? Never allow the Moors to wake up. Never. Why is these papers over here in the States? 1893. Let me take Derek to class real quick. That is professors. Now, I just want from that book, right? So I'm going to take you here, Derek, so you can see history in your face. Okay? So you really want to have that debate with me? Let me show y'all this, what it says in this book. The Moors unknowingly had taught the Spanish Christians how to win a struggle against them. Do you think that's happening today? Do you think this is happening to us today? Yes, it is. We are unknowingly allowing everything to happen. Brother, I'm so far from ego. You don't hear me talking about a title, what school I went to. You don't hear me. Let me explain something to you, brother, because I think you just got on here. I don't talk about my titles. I don't have a title. I don't talk about what school I went to. I don't even say I was an alumni. I don't talk about none of that. You should research first. I don't talk about anything but present the facts to people. So when you talk about Sabir Bey, you really are talking about yourself. Just want to let you know that. I just want to let you know that, brother, okay? So back. I digress. And anybody who ever watched me, have I ever talked about what school or what I've been taught? The Moors and discovered and colonized the New World. Are they teaching this in college? Is this being taught in college? I don't think so. I don't think this is being taught in college at all. Not at all. This is not being taught. Never. Okay, let's go back a little bit further in some history. So let me show y'all this book to show you where this come from. University of California Press. Not the University of Sabir Bey. University of California Press. So everything that I'm showing you is from them, right? But why would I teach a Negro anything? Thank you. I'm very humble, but he think because he's talking about himself. So this book fell apart. But anyway, let me show you this. The early Spanish Main. Yeah, if somebody put it together, we'll make it happen. I got a brother Alim on here. I could bring my brother Taj to Bay. We'll have a field day. And let me tell you something. We will wipe the floor straight up. Trust me, it will never go down. Trust me when I tell y'all this. It will never go down. Because once they watch the videos, those say, I don't think I want that there. Let's not do that, because you know why? It'll open up so much. It'll open up a can of worms, and believe me, they don't want them can of worms opened up. So you can go ahead. I got stuff on YouTube. Just punch in Sabir Bay. That's all you got to do, right? You'll see my brother Taj. You see my brother Alim. You see a lot of us on there. I'm just saying what he said is a debate. Maybe he want 5 minutes of fame. I don't know. Hold up. Here you go. Look. Aboriginal conditions of the islands. So let me clear this up for him so you can understand that. He says no point more. All right, DJ. He says no point. But if they come up with a couple of $1,000, tell Derek, if y'all come up with a couple of $1,000, let's make it happen. Let me turn this around. Come up with a couple of $1,000, we'll make it happen then. Because everybody say, listen, I only debate my equals, like John Henry Clark says. All others I teach. I only debate my equals. All others I teach. Ease back, listen, and watch the video, and just look up all the books. Do you have any of those books I just showed you, brother? Let me ask you this question, Derek. The books I just showed you, do you have any of them? I asked you a question, Derek. Do you have any of the books? And let me see if I'm going to do it, because everybody tell me it's a waste of my time to do it with you. Okay? So let me see if Derek got those books. Yes, bring their best. Oh, no problem. Then I'll come by myself. It's not a problem. But I want to know if you got those books first. Cuba, Haiti, Puerto Rico. Right? And Jamaica. And also the Bahamas. Right? Islands known as Spanish days, right? They were the first people to be called Indians. See that, Derek? I'm asking Derek, do we have any of these books? So let me show him something else before we go back into some more music. Okay. So Derek, if you don't know what a dictionary is, that's those two things that's sitting right there. Those two big ass books. Here's your definition of America. What's next is to teach our people that we are more than what they say we are. We're not slaves. Okay, Derek? American is an aboriginal or one of the various copper-colored natives found on the American continent by the European. The original application of the name. Webster's Universal Dictionary, 1936. America is a continent. So who are the aboriginal people? I'm going to give him the name of the book. I'm going to give it to him again. Maybe he there's the aboriginal. So I'm going to do this for him, Eileen. We're going to give him the books, okay? Let me just lay some of these out here so he can marinate on this for a second. What else do I have? Hold up. Here you go. Here you go, Eileen. Here you go, Derek. And we're going to go one by one for him, okay? And I can show you the Moors in here. I'm still waiting for Derek to ask, do we have any of these? Okay? I told you a professor at TSU has this book and got mad at a student because the student was bringing up about the Moors. So I just want to show you these things, right? Cambridge. Here you go, Derek. I can show you the Moors in here too. So let me open this up that was written in 1884. Let me give this to Derek real quick for them. In 1681, in Indians in New England, or Moors, as they were also styled by the settlers, to be pronounced by William Penn to be as black as gypsies. Okay? I'm from Philadelphia. I seen that. I know he's new, but he talked about bragging about him and being an alumni at Moorhouse. Imagine that. Moorhouse. The house of the Moor. I'm getting this, man. You see? Okay, well, okay. I asked you, did you have the books? 1681, Blackamoor. Oh, you don't have one. But you just jumped on the feed coming at me as if you knew something. Really? You just jumped on his feed and bragged about Moorhouse, bragged about the US HBCU, bragged about you being alumni. Think about it. Oh, he thought I was one of them, Alim. Alim, he thought I was one of those cats that talk dogmatic. I don't talk dogmatic. You should always research somebody before you start speaking. Because believe me, I will research the hell out of you. I research all your schools. All y'all schools. Howard University, for you that don't know, Howard University was called the Institute to train free blacks to be preachers and teachers. Do your research on it. I'm going to say it again. Howard University is by General Oliver Howard. That's what it was called. The Institute to train free blacks to be preachers and teachers. You don't train human beings. You train animals, not human beings. Okay? And he needs to study etymology or etymon. But let me show y'all something. A book from Ethiopia. But you know my man Reggie told me, one of my actor brothers, he told me they'll see it later on. That's what he told me. They'll catch it later on and say, oh, that boy was on point. This is what is in an Ethiopian book, right? So look what it opens up and says in here. Many people agree that the fact of history is one of the most remarkable human consciousness of what? That's etymology, y'all. That's etymology. And etymology or etymon is the origins of words. Okay? This is in a book that was brought from Ethiopia. In Tawahido, which is the original form of Christianity, in Islam, you say Tawheed, which means one. Your Christianity is even twisted. That's terrorism. That's terrorism. Your Christianity you practices is not even real. Damn. Brother bragged about the college he went to, but don't know he don't know sugar honey iced tea. No, he don't. But everybody gets an opportunity. I give it to him. It's okay. When I'm wrong, I'm gonna keep it 120%. I will tell you that I'm wrong. You ever see in martial arts they bow down? I will bow down if I was wrong. No doubt. I'm not shameful of that. I will say I'm wrong. I stand corrected. But I can tell you one thing, what they're not going to do is to teach you this. This is why they didn't want me to speak at Cal State Long Beach. The student body, the black student bodies didn't want me to speak at Cal State Long Beach. Being real. I know. Come on. What you want me to talk about? Slavery? This is what they want me to talk about. They want me to talk about that. That's what they want me to talk about, right? But don't bring in anything in dealing with who we truly are. Don't do that one. Don't bring this in. Don't bring in that we were Nubians, Ethiopians, and Moors. Don't bring in that black and colored, like white, or on the other hand, European words. Ethiopian and Moors were properly used to describe the so-called blacks into the 1500s. Don't bring that in, bruh. No, don't do that. Don't bring that in. Like I said, I spoke to my brother earlier, and he told me it's a certain way. So sometimes I probably have to dumb things down to do what I need to get done. Derek Growmores are here with nothing but truth. He don't get it. I can go through book after book and show this brother who we are. He said the Moors are no more. I said, damn, that's what they telling them in school? The Moors are no more? Wow. Damn. Let me show him something. With Moor's children, Moors, another name for Ethiop. Ethiop. Okay? You see that? So, I don't know what else to show him, but can I show him a little bit more? All through the history, you will find us. I know he's a Moor, he just don't know, but y'all don't get it. Those that just getting on, he came over here boasting about he's a Moorhouse alumni. That's what he was doing. Don't ever boast in your degrees. When number one, you have to understand what a degree is. Everything has a prefix and a suffix. Am I correct, y'all? Or should I have to go to a dictionary? Are you paying attention to what people are saying? I am very humble, brother. You came on my thread talking about alumni. That's bragging. That's egotistical. That's the bull crap that I want to crush. That's what I want to crush. You never heard me brag about nothing. That's what I want to crush. Yes, he wrote a check that is behind cannot cash. That's what it is. Now he want to spit it and say, humble myself. I am so beyond humble. I could walk to you and talk to you in a coffee shop and have a dialogue with you. That's how humble I am. I'm humble that I would walk down the street or in the airport and talk to somebody for hours. Humble what? Very humble. And I would wear this in the airport and strike up a conversation with that on my neck. When a black person be scared to death to talk to me and say, well, why he got that on the neck? I'll be like, well, why you got a cross on your neck? Well, you may offend some people. Well, I'm offended when we are being miseducated, I tell people. I'm offended when a police officer shoot my people. I'm offended by a lot of things. Okay? So if you're offended by that, which is my historical, which is history, okay? I was never talking down on education. I don't talk down on education. This is education. You would think this is education. But this is education. This is education. What I'm showing you is education. Going to an institution is not education. Let me repeat this for my brother again. Going to an institution is not education. Education is when you pick things up. It's like saying somebody's a lawyer. When you look up the definition of what a lawyer is someone who is versed and skilled in law. It didn't say going to law school. It said one who is versed and skilled in law, answering to the Latin term, jurisprudence, which jurisprudence, people, is the science or the philosophy of law, which treats the principles of positive law and legal relations. It ain't say nothing about an attorney. But we have been so conditioned that we think because you have to go to law school to know law. Most of your attorneys, if they knew law, they would never get on national TV and embarrass themselves. See, the problem is people are waking up, the common folks, and get on TV and say police brutality, when in law, police brutality does not exist. I've been saying this for years. Show me, my brother, or anyone that's on here, the definition of police brutality and police terrorism in law. You ain't gonna hear none of them cats talk about this. They're gonna tell you brutality because what happens, they get paid leave. We'll pay them off under civil rights, where civil rights is dealing with people under the color of law. This thing called a law dictionary, in case you don't know. Just in case you don't know. Civil rights is under the color of law, which deal with colored people. Okay? That's what this is dealing with. So you never hear any of your black scholars sit on here talking about terrorism. Around the globe, they talk about human rights violations. This is what I want Derek to do. I'm very calm. I'm passionate, my brother. I'm very calm. You don't even know me. I'm so calm, I can't get no calmer. I just had Boona, which is coffee too. So I'm very calm though. You should look up the Declarations of Rights, of Human Rights. That's what I want him to look up. The Declarations of Human Rights. I want you to look up the Declarations of Rights of a Child. That's what I want him to look up. You can Google it. It's online. You in law school.
Derek, let me ask you a question.
See, this is what happens. This is the funniest thing. He's in law school, that's why. Okay, so he should have known what I just said was plain and simple. I help people get through law school. The SAT test is as easy as hell. Okay, just want to let you know that, Derek. If you know that, you would know corpus juris secundum. Do you know what corpus juris secundum is, Derek? I'm going to have fun with him, y'all, for a minute. Bear with me. I'm going to have fun with him. Do you know what corpus juris secundum is? Do you know what America jurisprudence is? And I can take you through all the books, my brother, and I never went to law school. America jurisprudence, words and phrases, corpus juris secundum, and I'm going to give you a section under that. Corpus juris secundum 7. That's all I'm going to say to you. If you can tell me what that is. Can you also, I want you to do this. I want you to tell me what due process is. Since you in law school, I don't know how many years you've been in, because you will not win with this one. Told you better bring your teachers. So I'm going to give him time enough to research these things, right? And I want him to answer that. Is that fair, y'all? Is that fair? Brother Derek, for drowning out this demonstration. Is it fair? Because I just want to know. Corpus juris secundum, America jurisprudence. I'm just asking. It's crazy because the sister was saying, Sabir, you might as well just go ahead and be the bad guy. I guess I have to be the bad guy. I don't hate nobody. Okay? What I do is love teaching, but I'm going to give Derek enough time. Maybe he'll Google it. Yes, even though he came on reckless. Thank you. And I'm very humble. He's talking about me, but he came on here reckless. Because you see how things come out when you let people talk? He bragged about his HBCU, alumni. He talked about him in law school. He did all these things. I didn't do that. I'm only here to present what they hiding from you, people. That's all I'm doing. Okay, thank you. And I accept that. But so don't brag about anyone's degrees, people. If your degree is not helping our people get out of the situation, don't brag about your degrees. Don't think you better than nobody else, because trust me, I'm in the worst neighborhoods every day, almost every day, from Vegas to Chi-Town. And there's a lot of people that could bear witnesses to Detroit, to my hometown, Philadelphia, where I was shot up at, and I still go to my neighborhood. I don't sit with people who try to manipulate the masses of our people, because we're in trouble. We are in deep trouble. And talking about going to school, and the KRS-One used to have a saying, you better learn how to rap in case your degree don't work. KRS-One used to say, you better learn how to rap in case your degree don't work. And the diploma means paper, people. That's what the diploma means. You put value. I can take a piece of paper and value on this paper with my signature on it and come back 30 years from now and somebody will sell that. You add value to everything. Know your purpose in life. Know your purpose, because if you don't know what your purpose is in life, someone's going to put you to work because they know what their purpose is in life. That's from an elder. If you don't know what your purpose is in life, someone will put you to work because they know what your purpose is in their purpose. Okay? You just promoted a troller? Yes. It's all good, because our job, and my brother Alim will say this to you, our job is to teach. My elder brother Taj Tariq Bey tells me it's just to teach. We know they're being miseducated. We understand that. We know this all too well. So my elder brother Taj, sometimes you may see him come out hard body, and Taj will go. But we have a job to do. Our job is to teach. Can I go into some more music, y'all? Can I go? let's go into some more music. I'm having fun. This is my man Wise Intelligence again. Oh man, I don't know what just happened. Let me cue him up again. I don't know. So I'm not beating you up, my brother, but one thing I want you to do, sometimes it's best to be quiet and listen before we speak. We aren't black. I'm with you on that. Listen to how you just demolished his hard work. Let me see. What you do, bro? Hit people with collagen oil samples. You crazy. Death threats. Hard work for who dared. So I'm gonna play something for y'all. Like I said, I'm a hip hop head. This is my man Wise Intelligence, right? When I was on radio, I was playing stuff that had a message in it. They killed the message in the music. So this is my brother Wise Intelligence, who recently just did this video. I want y'all to pay close attention to what he said in here. Listen to this. Listen to this track. Shout out to Wise. Hip hop, baby. What he said.
Hey, we've had some break-ins in my neighborhood, and there's a real suspicious guy.
Did you see what he was wearing?
A dark hoodie, and he's a black man.
Yeah, I said it, I meant that shit. Yes, I'm better than whatever you speak. Kicking this shit since with Q-tip, and I try conquest, left fresh for bits. I am legend, I am 7, 6 or 7, birth black girl heaven. 0110 11. This is my slow flow, y'all ain't know yet. I said fuck the cops. Yeah, I said pigs. But what you want to hear me say is let them live. Keep killing like that, keep killing like women that are killing like kids. Yeah, I said it is what it is. Everybody wanna mobilize, everybody wanna occupy. Nobody wanna say what's really gonna cause this whole wide world to die. Shawty wanna ride, yo, shawty wanna ride.
said it by wise intelligence. That's how you supposed to show going home. That's wise intelligence. So my brother that was on here thought because he went to HBCU, he was going to come on and challenge me. It's not going to work, homie. I know what they teach y'all in those schools. Okay? I got some more. We ain't finished yet. Y'all tired yet? You tired? Let me show y'all something from another book. Dred Scott case. Prohibiting slavery in territories, constitutional decision. These questions was that the Negro whose ancestors were slaves could not be entitled to federal citizenship since Negroes were not citizens. Now I'm going to show y'all something. Bear with me. Where's my law dictionary at? They don't explain to y'all the difference between what a federal citizen is, which is right here, because there's a term called federal citizen. Okay? There's a term called federal citizen and state citizen. If you study constitutional law, there's a term called federal citizen and state citizen. Let me show y'all something. And the federal is the District of Columbia. Federal citizenship. The right and obligations occurring by reason of being a citizen of the United States or the state or status of being a citizen of the United States. This is what they're talking about. So the so-called blacks, look at this. I want you to see this. States where it resides, the 14th Amendment. I'm going to show y'all something in law. Now, follow me with this Dred Scott case now. Let's go back to this book. Yes, rest in peace, man. Shaheed. Territories, right? Territory. Federal citizen, right? So they're talking about the 14th Amendment. This is how you do research if you're in any kind of college. This is another law dictionary that you open up and you will find aliens. An alien is a person within the meaning of the Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment. Really? Who claims the 14th Amendment? See, the problem is they're not teaching them in HBCUs that Negroes were property under the 14th Amendment and protected property. Let's go a little further than that. All persons born. Asserting that the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution affords protection since the amendment expressly applies to persons, compare natural person. So if you really want to free people, this is what you teach. So the reality is blacks are protected property under the 14th Amendment. That was the whole Dred Scott case was based on. And the president is the president of the federal government. He's not the president of America, people. Anybody, if you in law, brother, this is what you'll be getting. So the president is under the federal government, which is this, of the several independent states in the strictest sense, usage, confederation and federal government. Sovereign again. See how that word keep popping up? So when people say talk crazy without doing their research, I'm like, where do y'all get this information from? Hold up. Let me show you what the president's job is. The president of the United States is the official title of the chief executive officer of the federal government. Do y'all get this yet? Is it making any kind of sense yet, y'all? This is why they have to label these Negroes as being terrorists. And y'all don't even look up the definition of what terrorist is. I just gave you the definition of what a terrorist was. Terrorism is being miseducated. Terrorism is them flooding the neighborhood with drugs. Really? I don't know. Let me see if I can bring it home a little closer to y'all so you can get this. Oh, and these are some other books y'all should study. This is a book you should have. This is a book. Hold on, let me see what this one says in here. Give my man what I was telling about due process. It hears before it condemns. Okay? It hears before it condemns. So don't brag about going to a college when your college is not teaching your people to free themselves, because it's about finances with these people. So let me give y'all this. Also, territory is a territory. Remember what this just said in this book. You see that where it says prohibiting slavery in the territories was constitutional decision, which is the federal. You see that says federal citizen? Dred Scott case, right? And I showed you what a federal citizenship was. A part of a country separated from the rest and subject to particular jurisdiction, geographical area, under the jurisdiction of another country or sovereign power. You have to look up all these words. So if my brother's in law school, he should know this, or getting ready to be taught this. A portion of the United States, not within the limits of any state, which is not yet have been admitted to the State of the Union. Hold up. So let me show you something else. Sovereign people. The political body consisting of the entire number of citizens and qualified electors who in their collective capacity possesses the power of sovereignty and exercise them through their chosen representative. C. Scott versus Sanford. You see that? So when you see something like this, you have to look up this case, which the case is right here. Negroes were property under the 14th Amendment, have to be protected, and this is why none of your black leaders can talk about human rights. This is why I said you can go look online. The Declarations of Human Rights, the Declaration of Rights of a Child is there. It's been around since 1940s, I believe it was. I'm not claiming to be a professor. I don't want none of those titles. I'm just a messenger to deliver the message to y'all. That's it. That's all. I'll go away. I'll walk away from all of this. Don't matter to me. But I must tell y'all what's happening. Can I play something else before I go? Huh? Hold up. Where's my song at? I want y'all to hear this song. Hold up. Pay attention. Hold on, let's go back. Let's rewind.
The virus was fed to nearly 300,000 black youth in Africa in the form of an oral polio vaccine by Dr. Hillary Kaprowski, who is currently the director of biovirology at Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia. Today, a child dies every minute of HIV/AIDS in sub-Saharan Africa. In the U.S., African Americans represent 49% of all new AIDS cases. The globe holders, the population controllers, the AIDS makers, dark nation depopulators, the Contra trainers, American Nazi bankers, the tower bombers, right-wing Al-Qaeda sponsors, Hitler's accomplice, 9/11 mission accomplished. Free your conscience. In ghettos they kill a prophet. prophets, the juggernauts, the alphabet cops, the CIA, FBI, the coca crops, imported to local blocks, the 5 years for the black to the month that the cracker got a powder pot, compared to a gram of rock, got blacks at 50% of the prison pop, the whacking huts, the correction corporations, the International Planned Parenthood Federation, the forced abortion, forced sterilizations, the sons of Satan, Operation Depopulation. From 1924 to 1976, 32 states in the U.S. utilized eugenics programs to depopulate the country of so-called weak breeds who were downbreeding the American population. Some 65,000 black youth from public school districts throughout the country were given a biased IQ test. All who failed the test were sterilized against their or their parents' will. The diamond dealers, them choppers and baby killers, the oil drillers, Black Nation resource stealers, the truth concealers, suppression of true guerrillas, Patrice Lumumba, Nkrumah, Laurent Kabila, the people traders, poor population enslavers, the black/brown/yellow baby cremators, the black/brown/yellow unity haters, the red/white/blue liberty wavers, eugenicists, world imperialists, evolutionists, black womb pollutionists, the euthanizers, third world birth sterilizers, Nazi sympathizers, finances and arms suppliers, the nuke igniters, the World Health Organizers, the virus writers, smallpox, Ebola splicers, the throne usurpers, the worst death deservers, the devil worship, more power for every murder. A 1996 expose by the San Jose Mercury News documented CIA involvement in a Nicaraguan drug ring which poured thousands of kilos of cocaine into Los Angeles African-American neighborhoods in the 1980s. Drug boss Danilo Blandon, now an informant for the DEA, acknowledged under oath the drugs for weapons deals with the CIA-sponsored Contras. The Club of Rome, World Bank to Skull and Bones, Alhamdulillah engraved in the Pope's throne, the camouflage, the right verse left mirage, Bush and Kerry got naked to pledge in the same lodge. The Reagan years, the luminous presidents, ever since they've been facing the obelisk, the Kabbalists. Harry Potter is not a myth, this ain't on radio, but this that shit. The war on drugs has been a war on poor people, particularly poor urban African-American men and women. It's well documented that police enforcement of the new harsh drug laws have been focused on low-level dealers in communities of color. Arrests of African-Americans have been about 5 times higher than arrests of whites, although whites and African-Americans use drugs at about the same rate. African-Americans have been in prison in numbers even more disproportionate than their relative arrest rates. It is estimated that in 1994, on any given day, 1 out of every 128 U.S. adults was incarcerated, while 1 out of every 17 African-American adult males was incarcerated. The differential in sentencing for powder and crack cocaine is one glaring example of institutionalized racism. About 90% of crack arrests are of African-Americans, while 75% of powder cocaine arrests are of whites. Under federal law, it takes only 5 grams of crack cocaine to trigger a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence, but it takes 500 grams of powder cocaine 100 times as much to trigger the same sentence for a white boy.
The track is called Globe Holders. If you go to Sabir Bay shows or Sabir Bay hip hop lessons on YouTube, you hear me playing all this kind of stuff. When I get to Vegas, and I just found out I might be doing another one in LA, this is what you will hear. I know I have to go a different route doing certain things because sponsorships is really rough. It's been around for a long time. Long time. I brought my brother Wise Intelligence on a radio show, and I gave him one of my time slots in New Jersey on WNJC. I brought him in so he can really tell what's going on. This is what I do in hip hop. I bring in stuff that they don't want to hear on the radio. I got one more I can play for y'all if y'all don't mind. Brother named, hold up. You all right? Everybody good? You all right? I'm going to show y'all something with hip-hop. Shout out to the Shy. Shout out to the Shy. Check this out. This is my boy Gemstones from the Shy. Check him out. Fire dude. Listen to the words.
Listen to him. Check it out. He ain't spitting like this.
June 20th for Gemini's born. Ain't no secret, I'm murdering anything I get on. Ain't no reason for surgery, silence so we come on. I literally leave a murder scene every time I perform. It's a state of emergency, been a bit of disturbance. Artists showing no courtesy, rappers out of his form. Should be locked up for perjury, lying about what you're doing. Selling your soul for currency, anything to get on. Hell is for an eternity, hope you know where you're going. The industry full of wannabes, never will I conform. Light is ahead of you rappers, that's how they flowing. And half of the ones that got it don't even know what they doing. You out of rapping as whack as the rappers that you influence. So backwards half of the time, don't know if you're coming or going. Your lack of passion for rap is the reason rappers been ruined. The fashion is where your passion is, that's what you should be doing. They claim they cut from the fabrics that they paint in their drawings, but soon as they get the eating your back and touching your growing. So riddle me, how many rappers physically drizzle with the ability that can mess with me lyrically, mimic or even mirror me. Hella freeze over literally, will a piece with the similes, metaphors and agility. Little you to belittle me, jealous of what I'm will to be. Still a beast with the killer speech. If it's mental, then it'll be typically easy as me on top of this instrumental beat. I'm a problem, admit it, you scared, I'ma make it hard to eat. Still a gorilla, kill it, retardedly, solemnly swore that I would go get it. Scared when you ought to be called a priest. If you really should kill a prayer and prophecy follows me through the wilderness. Father put me where I should be. Pray that the shorties follow me, but I ain't follow Chuck D. Give them vision so they can see, but Waka Flocka to them is who B.I.G. was to me. Tupac on that hologram could never replace the grief, and had he still been alive, you rappers would never be. Don't act as if you surprised, you know it as well as me. Just happen to be the guy that reported on the CD. I listen to artists and be like, man, he listen to me. Still your ingredients, but they don't want to let you eat. Got friends that's envious of the talent, cause I'm a beast. Mad at me for reaching the levels that I didn't reach. Fell off, I wasn't ready to feast. I walked away from the table and Drizzy sat in his seat. Knock it off with the fables, for you put me to sleep. Gemstones for life, the logo with the speech. These artists so they just hide behind the beat. The production is dope though, so it's harder for you to peep. And you fall for the bozos, spin bars like they ain't weak on these blogs. And got the nerve to be sold your chief keep. The way the industry dog and these elites. Got the people in all like these beats. And they fraud. They'll hop on anything dog with a sweet lead. Like a fraud. We literally all in a deep sleep. They've offended me, all of these bleep bleeps. With the goal to think they gon' limit me all cause I speak deep. But I'm Jaws, I'll eat anything knowing with these teeth through the walls of this weak industry. Targeting these beats for the cause until I diminish them all. When they retreat or dissolve, I'm academically out of these boys' reach. I've evolved, destroy any beat, blogging and retweet. I'll be dogging till I'm frozen in a coffin in DC's. Lyrical miracle since they cut my umbilical. Still a fool with the syllables. Guess you think it's a lyrical. I will cook up a batch of these bomb atomic chemicals. Pick up a scoop and sling it right at you like some gorilla proof. Kill a shoot if you feel like you grill. I hope you gorilla proof. Still the truth. I suggest that you kneel and stoop. I can feel a new devil's proof. Boy, I kill a proof just as easy as peeling fruit. Pitiful. I should still on you for misleading our little cute.
You're gonna wish you.
You're gonna wish you. All you rappers. All you rappers. All you fake MCs. That's misleading our youth. Talk about the cars you ain't got. Crack that you never saw. Neighborhoods that you know you can't go in. You ain't real. Be yourself. It's Gemstones. It ain't no question who's the elephant in the room. You gon' wish you never met me. Shout out to the Dale. You already know what it is. Gemstones for life.
Shout out to my boy Gemstone. Shout out to the Chi-Town. Really? Really? You think that there's nobody else out here? I've been in this radio game for 15 years. I'm telling you. I know what the hell is going on out here. You have to have an ear to the street. My brother's is a Christian from Chi-Town. Let me tell y'all where that brother's from. And I'm going to close out with one more song for my brother. That brother, Gemstones, is from Lupe Fiasco's Dumb It Down. Remember the fat dude? Remember? When he said, make a song for the streets, dumb it down? That's Gemstones. That's who Gemstones is. See, y'all don't understand. I told you, I've been in this game for a minute. I have an ear to the street when I'm walking. I don't drive around everywhere. I jump on trains. I'm on planes. I walk in the hood to be in touch with people. People don't even know who Gemstones is, and they right in his backyard in Chi-Town. You follow me? This is what's going on. So all these elite people that go to these colleges, that act like they're educated, and you not bringing this back to our people, but you telling them to go get a good job, there is no good jobs anymore. There is none. Like I told you before, Karis once said, you better know how to rap in case your degree don't work. Out of all this information, I just need with you. Yes, Lupe spoke on him. Right? All this information that you think you got to go to college and get. But you ain't going to get none of this. You have brothers, and I just got off the phone with a brother today and told me, Sabir, you could be a lot of places, brother. But he said, listen, you got to switch up what you're doing, bro. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that he said to me. And I take everything in. I take everything in. I listen. You say you never knew who it was? Are you from the Shy? And you never knew who Gemstones was? I talked to Gemstones a while ago when I was in the Shy. This is what we're fighting up against. We're fighting up against people who are there producing in these colleges every single day. They're breeding more and more and more of these people. I don't have nothing to do with anybody to go to college. If you choose to go there, that's your business. I even told my sons I would shoot them in the leg if they wanted to go to the military. Why are you over there fighting when we need to fight for what's happening right here on these streets with corrupt politicians? They're stealing people's stuff, their property, without due process, and know damn well that it's wrong to take somebody's property. Knowing damn well this is not called brutality when it's called terrorism. Knowing damn well that there's no civil rights, but it's human rights violations. That's what we're up against. That's what we're up against. And the more you lie to people, and we make it seem like these gangsters is the ones that wear sagging pants. Gangsters, excuse me, wear suits. Gangsters wear suits. They don't wear saggy pants. They don't wear Timberlands. They don't wear suit and ties. I mean, they don't wear saggy pants. Gangsters wear suit and ties that you see every day. And their lives are hella miserable as hell. Because they live in a lie. That's why their lives are miserable. They live in a lie. This European system is falling, people. It's collapsing. And the black folks are the ones that's holding it up. The so-called unconscious black folks is the ones that's holding it up. Because it's collapsing. I'm seeing it. Yeah, top quality suits, yeah. Smoking a cigar, you're right. I never trusted people in suits. I don't either. Because the devil wears Prada. Don't they say that? The devil wears Prada. I don't rock with that. So if you're going to get on here and try to speak premature, be very careful about who you come up against. I am researchable. This not about ego tripping with me. I could care less about ego tripping. I'm a very humble dude. But don't try to think you're going to come on here and try to come at me. You need to research me first and foremost. Just because I put Bay TV, you can go to Google and punch in Sabir Bay. It's that simple. You say, hello, you've been on the West so too long? Hella. Yeah, I've been on the West Coast for 9 years. 9 years I've been in L.A. I'm Philadelphia, born and raised. South Philly, 22nd and Catherine. And I always go home for reality checks. Okay? Reality check. And I'm always in my hood. Okay? So listen, y'all. I'm going to go over these books again. My purpose for wearing a suit is to trick. Yeah, thank you very much. It's okay. No. It's okay to trick them. I don't have nothing against that. I just said, be yourself. That's like he said, be yourself. No matter what it is. Wearing something don't define me. It's me who define me. Having the title of Esquire, doctor, and you can't fix the issue of cancer. Let me show y'all something real quick. I'm not claiming to be a doctor, but here you go. Right? You say Africa. If you stop using aluminum, you wouldn't have Alzheimer's. If you stop using aluminum bras, aluminum in your deodorant, maybe you wouldn't have no breast cancer, women. Maybe if you stop using it, but you're too stubborn not to. You follow me? So whose problem is that? You've been conditioned to go to the store and buy Dove, Suave, and all this other stuff. Because the biggest pores in your body is underneath your arm, the top of your head, the palm of your hand, the bottom of your feet. Now tell me, am I wrong, doctors? Let me say this again. The biggest pores in your body is the top of your head, palm of your hands, under your arms, bottom of your feet. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. Why do you think they tell women don't use perms when they're pregnant? What does the perm do? Now, I'm not claiming to be a doctor. What does the perm do? It affects the baby, right? Because it pores. What do we do on a Friday night before we go out? We go get our hair did. We go get our hair did, right? Go to the club and sweat it out because your pores now is opened up. It opens. So now all the chemicals is now seeping in. And you want to have babies by these people? Really? Really? You want to have babies by them and they not even mentally right? Think about it. No, you are a doctor. See, don't say that you're not a doctor when you are a doctor. By whose standards are you saying? Because you have more doctors dying from everything that they're telling you not to do. There's a herb. People, I did a video on it. It's called Genema. Genema. Genema is a herb that kills the taste of sugar buds. It's for anybody that's a diabetic. Now, I'm not claiming to be a doctor, right? On their standards. I'm born a doctor. It's called Genema. Look it up. It kills the taste buds of anything that you're eating. Cancer is a German word, which is crab. Crab. It's a breakdown of your immune system. It's because of what you're eating. Okay? Everything has an effect. It's what you're eating. So you think I'm going to listen to somebody that eat wrong? Think about it. Think about it. It's plain and simple. But what they would do to you is put someone outside with a pink rubber band on their finger, and what would we automatically do? If I stood outside with a pink rubber band on my finger, just set a bucket there, what would happen? What would happen if I just sit outside with a pink rubber band with a bucket? What would you think people would do? Let me show you how conditioned people are. When everything you're looking for is already inside yourself. I'm not talking about Africa. Stay focused. Stay focused. What would we do if I stood outside? Give money, right? Hospital, and they all eat burgers. Thank you very much, and that's what's killing them. How you want to give me advice? How you a psychiatrist by their standards and your household is tore up? Think about what I just said. How could you be a psychiatrist and psychologist and your house yourself is tore the hell up? So all you got to do is follow what somebody's eating. Why do you think you never see me get upset and hyped or mad at anybody? Right? We'll donate to breast cancer, but not realizing the bras with the aluminum on it, the little wire, and the deodorant that has... Read the chemicals. Read the chemicals. Please do that. It says aluminum. Your toothpaste too. Your toothpaste has fluoride, and it says a whole lot of things. I want y'all to pick up your toothpaste before when I get off of here. Read your toothpaste thoroughly. But see, you're too stiff-headed to actually want to change. So my man said earlier, let the dead bury the dead. That's what he said to me. Your toothpaste says on there, contact poison control if you swallow. This is what it says. On every Colgate, Crest, Aquafresh, all of that, it says contact poison control. And you messing with these people who are eating the garbage, and your energy is inside that person, or you take it. It's a whole lot. Think about it. Now, yes, everybody don't know about that though, but they're using Crest, Aquafresh, Aquafresh, whatever all these other ones is, right? If you read it, it's going to say, if you swallow, contact poison control. Not the people that's using the right ones. The ones that's using Crest every day. It says contact poison control. So what the hell is in toothpaste to make you got to contact the poison control board? Think about it. And a lot of y'all say, well, it doesn't work. But you brush your teeth how many times a day? When I was younger, my mother would put the medicine under our tongue to make it work faster in the bloodstream. Okay? Faster in the bloodstream. Understand this, people. I don't drink soda. See our teeth left? I don't drink sodas. Soda eats your teeth up. It rottens your teeth. So if that's not terrorism, I don't know what y'all call it. If that's not terrorism, I don't know what y'all people call it. Seriously. So you keep on thinking, because you go to a college, you educated. All right? Keep on. So I'm going to close out with this last video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope y'all got something out of this. Bleached wheat. Yeah, all that. Yes, I rock with that. No doubt. Y'all like that swastika? No doubt I rock with that. So it's a whole lot I can talk about, y'all, but it's getting late and I'm getting tired. All right? I live what I talk, for real. When I say I live what I talk, I live what I talk. All right? I'm going to leave y'all with one more song by my brother Gemstones. In order to change the people's thinking, Noble Drew Ali said you must change their literature. That's what Noble Drew Ali said. In order to change people's thinking, you must change their literature. And if you didn't get this, y'all need to get that. Okay? And study this. In these books. Oh, forgot about this one. Bam. Yes, it is. That's real good. So I'm going to leave y'all with my brother Stones. This one is called Round and Round. Pay attention to the message in this video. Check it out. Gotta go. It's getting late. Hold up. This is what we got to do. P. Message in this video.
He's stunting in his Robin jeans.
Shout out to the Chi-Town.
Played out.
My Chi-Town people.
Mother screams. He's on the ground laid out. The child was only 17. Ambulance sound like they en route. His uncle steady saying breathe. But shorty steady passing out. Claiming that his back's dead. Because the way his back slouched. He knows he's on his last wing. He finally says his last ouch. Pants hanging to his knees. Blood running from his mouth.
This is my Christian brother.
Pistol in his back pocket. He never got the chance to pull it out. Granny screaming, Lord, please. She still sees him as a Boy Scout. She never knew that he was one of these. He lived a life she never knew about. The families that he made grieve. The women that he's dogged out. The child that used to rake leaves. He's headed to the morgue now. I pray to God he make it through them gates. The Bible says based upon your faith, they raise us to be apes. You pray if you don't run for your survival, and half of us ain't never gonna escape. Through all of it I smile, cause I know I'm only standing here by grace. Today I stare the devil in his face, no longer in denial. I know the gift I got is God-given, too talented to let it go to waste. The coffin over the child, a 7-minute shootout at his wake. The parents need an exit to escape, they running through the aisles. Time to pull another black suit out, they shot a pregnant mother in the face. The thought of it is wild, 7 shot but only took 2 out. Glad the scene never left a trace, it never went to trial. It's murder season, especially when school out. Help to see this happen to my race. Maybe it's in the water, maybe it's in the weed, maybe it's some kind of disorder that's within the seed. Let's rectify the horror, they petrified to read. Their minds are out of order, they lacking what they need. They dying right before us, detectives catching leads. They mothers lying for them, they justify their deeds. They out here dying for it, they so caught up in greed. They bound to rob you for it, give it up or bleed. My toes and iron sword, I give them what they need. These children minds are born, if only they
Shout out to Gemstones, man. Round and round we go in circles. I gotta go, y'all. It was real. Let me around what he said. Always a message in the music. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. I gotta go. Peace.